Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back. I think I've done this video before, but it's been a long time, so I figured why not make another one? So this video is going to be 50 multicolor yarn crochet ideas. So whether you have color changing like variated yarn, like I made this poncho with color changing yarn. I want to say it was mandala yarn, which is one of my favorite color changing yarns, but if you want to make this poncho, I'll link the tutorial down below at the top of the list, because it's not one of the 50 that I'm showing you. Now that I'm thinking about it, I did not put it as one of the 50. So, as always with all these videos, everything I show you will be linked in the description box below in the order that I showed it to you, linked to a free or paid written or video tutorial so you can make everything I showed you. And if any of these are yours and you don't want them in this video, DM me over on Instagram or shoot me a quick email and I will take them out. I love multicolor projects because sometimes you buy a pretty, colored, like multicolored yarn and then you have no idea what to do with it. So this is good for that. And I have a couple like scrap yarn projects. If you have a little bit of a lot of different colors, you can do some of these projects as well. For this video, we do have categories. We have wearables, blankets, decor, functional, and miscellaneous. So let's go ahead and jump into our first category, which is wearables. Alright, so for wearables, we have this cute flower slouchy hat. Kind of reminds me of like the early 2010s. It's kind of giving like Girls, if you've seen that show on HBO. Then we have some scrap yarn shorts. Again, this one's good for scrap yarn, but also if you have like variated yarn, it would look cute too, especially if the colors change frequently. Then I have this virus shawl for you. Literally, the example photo has variated yarn. Am I saying that right? I feel like there's a G somewhere. Let me look it up. Variegated. Variegated? Yeah, I was saying that wrong. You get what I'm saying. Color changing yarn. This is really cool. This long cardigan, I actually added it to my personal crochet list because I love the look of this one. It's so cute. It's long. It's giving like 70s. It's good for multiple colors. Here's another shawl. This is a Sis Love shawl. Very cute. And if you use a dark color, it's very like fantasy. This is the Sky shawl. Again, multicolored yarns. Perfect. Easy granny stitch shawl. We've got a lot of shawls in the wearable category. We've got this asymmetrical tube top, which I could just see like color changing across would look so good. And then this Lilith crochet pattern. This Lilith dress. Look at that. Just like the ombre, the subtleness of the color change. You have to be really specific with the type of color changing yarn that you use with things like this to get that effect, but super cute nonetheless. Here's a granny stitch top, again, with color changing yarn would look really cute. And this graveyard duster, although it's like gray, because it's marketed as a goth graveyard duster, I could just imagine this in like a similar kind of yarn as the Lilith dress, and it would just look really cool, especially if you did like a gray to black. This one is the 6-day shawl, similar to the 6-day star blanket, but it's a wearable. And then this is granny stitch pants with bell bottom ends. So cute. This one is like they change the color every row, but if you just imagine with color changing yarn, it would look really cool. This is a granny lace shawl made with granny stitches, and then this is the transformation shawl. This one is literally shown with color changing yarn, so very cute. And then I saw this distressed jumper, and although it's made with a single color, I could just imagine it with like subtle, like very, very subtle color changes. Very cute. This sweater has a hood. I rarely recommend something with a hood, so I wanted to recommend this sweater with color changing yarn. And it looks like she actually made each square with different color changing yarn and then put it all together, which I thought ended up with a cool look. Now we can get into the blanket category. For blankets, we have this Aura blanket. Oh my god, look at this thing. It is so pretty. I love that. I want to make one. You can make a 6-day great granny blanket. You can make a blanket with this dragonfly stitch. You can make, you see this poking up? It's because my hanger like molded the corner of this poncho incorrectly. So now it like sticks up when it's on me. You can use this moss stitch to make a blanket. You can do a granny star to make a blanket. You can do this healing stitch blanket. Just like look at the color combos. Gorgeous. And then there's the sunrise baby afghan. Again, very cute. Could totally see it with like subtle color changes. This was the vortex throw. It also has a pillow pattern included. This is a 6-day star blanket I did with color changing yarn, and it was mandala yarn. I'm like 99% sure it was mandala yarn. I have a crochet with me somewhere on my channel that shows you the exact yarn I used, but it's like the same kind of yarn I used for the poncho, and look how cute it turned out. I like didn't have to do a bunch of color changes. It was very nice. This is the mini rings of change blanket, a circular blanket, like perfect to go over a crib. This is the Grace blanket. As you can see, I tried to really include blankets that showed examples of like color changing yarn with them. And then this one is the Study of Reality blanket. It's a long title, but cute. This is the Texture World blanket if you really want to try a bunch of different stitches and you want a blanket with a lot of texture. This is the Color Bust blanket. I have a chevron, just a normal chevron pattern for you. And then the Faded Bricks blanket, for those of you who want like a thick blanket. The next category I have for you is decor. Alright, so for decor, we've got the Tree of Life. I feel like I've seen this thing since I started crocheting years ago. It's everywhere, always on my Pinterest all the time. Eventually I'm going to make one, but Tree of Life. Then we've got these baskets you can hang on a wooden dowel. You can make this ottoman or just like ottoman cover, super cute. And then a dream catcher, or even some people call them like mandala decor. But yeah, that's really cute. You can make this rug or any kind of like variation of a rug, a circular rug, a rectangle rug. But really, like rugs, you never go wrong with color changing yarn or even your scrap fabric. Now we get into the functional category. So I love something that has a function. We've got these stool covers, super cool for protecting your stools. And also, like, I love a weave, like weaving in and out with crochet. It's really cool. And this is hanging basket, super cute. I love this like lounge chair. This is really good if you have kids. Just use your scrap fabric, your colorful fabric, and literally like stuff this full of like old clothes, like, or just like, you know, things you don't want to use. I've seen some people do like bean bags and fill bean bags full of all their hoodies during the summer and then switch it out and like fill it full of their summer clothes during the winter. So they have like this place to store it and also something like to use. It's kind of cool. And then here is this blanket bag. This is so cool. It's a huge circle. It's like a picnic blanket, but then you can roll it up and like carry all your stuff in it as well with like a little like drawstring around the edge, and it looks really cool with color changing yarn. This is like drawer dividers if you have a dresser or something that you need to divide things in. This was really cool for color changing yarn or just like the yarn that you don't really want anybody to see. Then you have a cat bed. Cat beds are perfect for color changing yarn. So cute. I got this one for you. And then if you want a bigger project, I have this heart cat bed, which can also be used for a dog because it's kind of bigger. Then I have this kitty bed with kind of like a tube around. And I want to say you can use like a pool foam, like pool foam? Pool noodle. Foam pool noodle for the edge, but super cool. Then our last category is for miscellaneous. For the miscellaneous, we've got this really cute cat sweater pattern. So cute. And look, even has like color changing yarn in the sweaters. And then this is just an arcade stitch. You can do anything with it, but I wanted to give you this stitch. And then this is shell baskets. But like, look at the color changing on this. It makes them look really, really cool. And then this is a dice bag, again, with color changing yarn. Like, a lot of these projects look really good with color changing yarn. I feel like they wouldn't look as good with solid yarn. So that is all 50 multicolor yarn crochet ideas that I have for you. Like I said in the beginning, all of these patterns will be linked in the description box below in the order that I showed it to you, linked to a free or paid written or video tutorial, so you can make everything that I'm showing you. If there is a crochet idea video you want me to do that I haven't done before, or I did it a long time ago and you want me to do a new one with new ideas, comment it down below, and if enough of you comment it, I'll make it happen, okay? So even if you see your suggestion in the comments, comment it again, because the more, it's kind of like a vote. The more I see it, the more likely I'm gonna do it. So let me know in the comments. If you made it this far, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Love you guys. Bye!